Those of you who are working, with clients to overcome or transform the virus infection, or those of you who have dealt with the virus, would you like to share your experiences? What kind of treatments have you given to others or to yourself? What kind of methods have you practiced by yourself? Manuel, you are raising your hand. Would you like to unmute yourself?
Yes, I had dealt with the coronavirus myself. It was like, I think 4 months ago, but I'm also a cancer patient, so I was undergoing chemotherapy at the moment. So I was dealing with the recuperation of the chemo, but also from the coronavirus. So it was like 2 weeks. And then I catch the coronavirus from my mother. So I had, the only thing I practiced was Zhineng Qigong, but I was just starting the practice. So it was like very new to me. I was practicing like 2 weeks while I was recovering from the chemo and from the virus. So the most thing I experienced was very fatigue. So every morning I get up and I did the left chi up, 3 centers merge. I did a half an hour. I did also wall squats, like 10, not too much, but well daily. Also Shen Qi. I also did that because I looked up on the internet what you can also do to support the immune system. So I did that daily for 2 hours. So every day, 2 hours, I did that. 1 hour in the morning or 1 hour in the afternoon or evening. So I did that for like every day. And now I also practice 3 to 4 hours. But after, I think, 2 months, experienced less fatigue and my strength was getting back. But yeah, when I went to the doctor for a checkup for my cancer, they asked me how I was doing. So I said I also catch the coronavirus, and they asked me if I went to the clinic for that because I was in the chemotherapy also. When you have chemo, after like 10 days, you're in the depth of your immune system. That means that your immune system is really low, and normally it's about 4. The number is 4 plus minus. But I went like, because of the chemo, it was like 0.5. So my immune system was very low, and at that moment you can die from a little virus, even a cold or something like that. So I was dealing with corona, but the thing that I think that helped me the most, I was very confident and not scared of the virus because I knew that my body would handle it. So I was very confident in my practice. And if you have fear of the virus, I think that will strengthen also the disease to get worsened. So if you're really confident in your practice and believing in what you do, I think that's the most powerful thing of Zhineng Qigong also, that it will support you. But if you have fear, your mind is going into the disease, and then it gets worse. But I was quite confident about the practice, and I also did a lot. I did like 2 hours, also healthy food. Even when I was struggling in the morning, I was very tired. If I did the 3 center merge a half an hour, I was really tired to stand there a half an hour. So, but yeah, I endured the practice every day, and after a few months, I not completely recovered, but yeah, every day a bit better actually. So.
Thank you very much, Manuel. This was really a powerful sharing. I think you get a lot of hearts and love from the whole community. Very inspiring, what the in-depth sharing you had, shared with us the methods you were practicing and the length of your practice, but also how to say it, not focusing, but reminding us again of the power of the mind, that this is really very, very important. Just like Master Lee also shared yesterday, we need not only to focus on the practice, but also really be careful about our mindset and develop that confidence and that trust. So that was, I think, very powerful. But I'd like to give the opportunity to our Hunyuan Qi therapy friends who are working with clients, now to share. So somebody in the team who has been working with a client or several clients. And I think, Elizabeth, you are raising your physical hand, so you're ready to share. Thank you, Manuel, again. That was powerful. Okay, over to Elizabeth now. Thanks.
Yes, thank you. Hello, everyone. Yes, I work with clients with COVID. I have the opportunity to support their, let's say, self-healing process. I started last year with a man. He was in the hospital because of the COVID. And I gave her distance therapy. And at the same time, a friend shared with me, let's say, the report that the doctors gave him every day. And I started, let's say, to perceive, how the virus act. And the doctors said that there was a huge damage in his kidneys because of the virus. So when I gave him the treatment, the doctors started to say that the levels of, let's say, oxygen in his lungs improved. And I continued with the therapy, and at the end of, let's say, 5 treatments, the doctors mentioned that the lungs and the levels of oxygen were really better, So my friend and the family continue doing Qi, with him. And at the end, after, I think, 2 or 3 weeks, this man recovered completely. So that, let's say, made me think what happened in the relationship between kidneys and lungs and our whole body. And then I started working with other two persons, two people. They were at home, but they reported, as Manuel said, fatigue, extreme fatigue, some issues in their respiratory system, headaches, strong headaches. And I decided to focus my treatment some days in their kidneys. And additionally, I started sharing with them our method, the recharging lower Dantian Qi and strengthening kidneys. And it was amazing. The first person with whom I share this, let's say, practice and the combination with the treatment, in 5 days, in only 5 days, she recovered, she recovered her energy, the headaches disappear. In terms of, let's say, respiratory issues, she or they improve, in a very good way. And it's been amazing to see with some of the persons. I continue working with some people that have COVID, and it's amazing how they really fast recover, And then this is very interesting, because someday at the end of last year, I was watching a documentary series and about the body, about health. And it is a very, very interesting documentary series because they talk about the relationship among our organs, among our inner organs, and they share clinical trials. They talk about clinical trials about this relationship. And there is a chapter where they talk about kidneys. And in that chapter, they mention let's say, the role that our kidneys plays, and the connection and relationship that our kidneys have, with our whole body. And they mention that kidneys have a strong relationship with the levels of oxygen in our body, And additionally, they mention that our kidneys play an important role in terms of our immune cells, So I understood why, working in this situation with our kidneys, is really important and amazing, and this is my experience. And as I told you, I think that the combination of our Hunyuan Qi therapy with the practice of this method is really powerful, really powerful. I practice this method and I felt immediately how I have more energy in my body. But when there is a person with COVID, I've seen how they really fast, they improve their health.
Okay. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for sharing your experience, but also, share with us some more insights about the relationship of the kidneys within the body, the oxygen level. That was really, really inspiring. In the meantime, some of our friends, and I think also, you get a lot of hearts now here for supporting the sharing. Thank you so much. And in the meantime, some of our friends have written in the chat their own experience of dealing with the virus, overcoming it with their own practice. I would like to inspire anybody who would like to share also what you are consciously choosing to practice at this moment to keep a strong immune system, to also write that in the chat. What kind of practices are you choosing for yourself, or you may be recommending others at this given moment to keep your immune system strong, so that you might have the virus, but it doesn't have, it doesn't even create any symptoms because you prevented that virus to be going deeper into your body. So please share that as well. Like Deborah is sharing at the moment, she's practicing La Qi. Please continue to do so. And do we have somebody who has actually maybe organized a workshop or a class around strengthen the immune system? Did you find that people are interested in that? Obviously, Marcelo and myself, we have done this with our Life Changer programs. We have dedicated one Life Changer program on the 5 aspects of the Zhineng Qigong immune system, not only the physical one. So most of you have been also there. And obviously, we are also sharing this in our Hunyuan Qi therapy program, give the broader idea of the immune system. Houda, you are raising your hand. Would you like to take over?
Yes, thank you, Britta. I just wanted to share that I shared the washing in the Silver River of Master Xue to all my students almost. I mean, those who have come, and I had many of them who got COVID. There was one with 4 members in one family, and the friend was in intensive care, so it was not possible to reach out to her. So for those we could not have access, did distance healing. And for those who already knew, and through whoever I could, reminded them of, let's say, cleansing, like we do the E1T meditation. But later, so there was another family also with two who got, and friends of theirs also got. Through them, although they were not practitioners, they transmitted what they learned. And so luckily nobody died, they all recovered. And what they said, well, some did the Chenchi that who already knew that, and those who were very, very fatigued, they found that the story of Master Xue was very, very powerful. And they practiced that washing in the Silver River because it was also, if you remember, her lungs were jeopardized. And so I have made a meditation to also respect it's coming from Master Xue in such a way. And this is helping people very well. They tell me they are doing it during or after, and every time this is what I keep. And then another thing, like there was one whose brother was in the intensive care, but she was able to reach by telephone. And so we said, let with the E1T meditation include the intensive care room as if that was part of his body chi field. And so it was all illuminated. So that was a practice. And then one thing would say, feel that you are vaccinated by the E1T and the light that is shining. This is a vaccine. And so that is body. Thank you.
Amazing, powerful sharing, Houda. I think in the chat we got this question of, yeah, let's give her a big haola. Haola. Hao. Thank you so much. This is really powerful. So to complete this very powerful discussion, is there any other inspiration, maybe in short, you would like to share now, either in the chat or by raising your voice, from experiences you have made with this topic? Yes.
Excuse me. Mine isn't really a comment about that, but I had a question. So that I put in the chat. So really, it's our intention, our trust and belief that's the most important. The practice itself, whether it's energetic or it's more meditative and quiet, they're equally effective based on our intention, trust, and belief. Is that true or not?
Yes, I mean, the intention, I think also what Master Liu mentioned yesterday in his lecture, the intention, our mindset, is our trust, confidence, and belief is utterly important. You're completely right. But having said that, also the methods Master Liu was presenting yesterday and others which were shared today, like Elizabeth was talking about recharging the lower dantian, Houda made very good experiences with washing the organs. This is also true in a specific kind of situation where you have specific symptoms or strengthening the immune system from on a physical level. Maybe you remember from the Life Changer program, we also presented this practices like Chen Qi, La Qi, also the Qi squats, turning the waist, actually, you know, what Master Liu was saying yesterday, the 5 Chang organs meditation. These are then really specific practices you can practice for yourself to prevent the virus, or you can share with a client who has caught the virus. You know, it's true that there are specific, like I injured my lumbar vertebra a few months ago, and I practiced very specific practices for strengthening my spine and the lumbar vertebra, and in a short time overcome the symptoms of that injury. So it is true that we have specific practices for specific conditions.
Yes, also, you know, if you with a strong trust belief with a clear intention, that's more helpful. For many new beginner or coronavirus virus patient, you know, they never done Qigong practice. Okay, if you're talking the some theory, maybe they don't believe, even though they really in the state of the emotion, they difficult get rid of the worry, you know. For those people, you just tell them, you do this practice, you will get benefits. As like Chenji, only do the physical movement, even though without the meditation, also they will get benefit. This, as Dr. Pang teaching level 2 of Zhineng Qigong body and mind method, each body part have the specific movement exercises. Like Chenji really improve the function of lungs and heart. However, you do the meditation or not do meditation, however you trust or believe, or you don't trust and believe, but you need to do it. If you do, you get benefit. Yeah, this before also we're teaching someone, or they don't believe Qigong. If you're talking Qigong, they always, leave you far away. You only do the talking about the exercises, just the moments exercises, make you freely, joyfully to do. And they're happy to do. Afterwards, they really get a great benefit. Then they really love it to do it more. Afterwards, for the time, they want no more moment. Then you start to tell them what it is. They say, oh, it's sure, because then they easily accept it because they experienced the benefit. Okay, like turning pelvis, good for the kidneys or good for lungs. Also we have many friends, they never do Qigong practice. We only teaching this movement with them to healing themselves, like a lower back problem. They do every day, each time, 15 minutes, 3 times a day, 2 or 3 weeks, they recovered. Of course, if they have clear intention, they with flow of trust and belief, that even better. Okay, thank you. All right.